Hello, welcome to our podcast, Breaking It Down with the African American Mayors Association. I'm Phyllis Dickerson, the CEO of the African American Mayors Association, and joining me today as co-host is Mayor Van Johnson from Savannah, Georgia. Today, our guest is
himself.
Mayor Jaylen Smith. Can you believe that?
I'm surprised he has time to even be with us. I mean, this is a hot interview.
This interview was about this next generation of leaders, Mayor Smith. And so you have been like everywhere. So tell us, what have you experienced since you, in these, is it 19 days yet?
Today's 18 days.
18 days you've been mayor. So I've seen you on Jennifer Hudson. So give us the list of things you've had to experience in these 18 days.
Well, I got in office January 1. Before I got in office, I went on to the Jennifer Hudson show. Great experience. Then when I got back, I just made it back from Chicago this week on Monday, and it was with Reverend Jesse Jackson. It was a great experience. But other than that, just interviews and getting people then organized, getting structured, so we can have a smooth, successful city. So that's what I kind of been doing for the last 18 days, but we're still working to make sure we be proactive.
What people need to know is that you are how old?
18 years old.
And your title is what?
Mayor of Earle, Arkansas.
So you are the mayor, the chief elected official of a city in Arkansas.
Sir.
And I mean, that's just so, some of us have worked years. And you were in a highly contentious race with 5 people running?
Yes, including me, was 5 of us running.
5. And the citizens of your community, how large are your community?
We have 1,800.
1,800 saw enough in you. I mean, I think about it as being like David. They saw this young man and said, you know what? We want to give you a chance. We trust you enough to lead us. How did that feel?
It felt amazing, talking with constituents around the community that they wanted change. They wanted somebody that was young, had fresh ideas, and was giving the community what they needed. Not even in office, I was out being dedicated, passionate, and committed to serving the people of Earle.
But your previous job before this is high school student.
High school student before this.
And when you said, I'm going to run for mayor, what did the folks say?
A lot of folks was excited I was running for mayor. Then I had some that wasn't too excited because, it was like, well, he's too young. He just graduated. Yeah, he's too young, or say he knows nothing. But like I was telling them, it's not what you know, it's who you know, because we live in a different type of century now.
Wow. And your parents, what did they say in Earle, your actual parents?
Well, I didn't actually tell my parents that I was running for mayor.
Did you sneak and do it?
Yes, I did.
Ask for forgiveness for asking for permission, right?
Yep. So when I just dived out there and did it, and my mom found out, she was like, just go for it, when she found out I was running for mayor. Because I always say, and I always tell my mom that I don't want to have to go nowhere else when I can be great right in Earle, Arkansas.
And so, does your mom call you Jaylen, or she calls you Mr. Mayor?
Well, no, she actually called by my nickname, so which I ain't gonna reveal that.
So you haven't said yet, I'm the mayor, right?
Well, when I'm at home, I try not to act as mayor all the time because I like to have some time off when I'm at home with family and different things, but they do. But I just say, call me my regular name, Jaylen, or I ain't gonna say my nickname, but yeah.
We're gonna find out, though.
Right, inquiring minds.
We will find. Right? Look, and she knows everything. So, we came in on a flight together. It's your maybe 3rd flight ever in your life. The first time to DC, and you have been everywhere. What is your experience in Washington DC at the U.S. Conference of Mayors and hanging out with the African American Mayors Association been like?
It's been an amazing experience. I'm not afraid to talk to people because when I was running a campaign, I reached out to every mayor in the state of Arkansas about shadowing to get the day-to-day experience, and it's just been amazing, meeting different mayors around the country and kind of getting their advice and connecting with them. It's just been amazing here.
What has surprised you?
All the opportunities that has came, in those sessions, great opportunity that's came. Just got to take the advantage of those opportunities.
Wow. And so, Mayor Smith, how many hours are you in college right now?
College hours, I want to say probably at least 6 hours of college time because I started college in August of 22, And I just started back college this semester, which I'm doing one class at a time online. I'm starting with English. And so,
I was going to say, because you couldn't have been in college too much. You've been all over the country.
right.
Right, right. And we know that's our number one priority. So, how are you balancing all of it? Because it's a lot, right? It's very overwhelming. You probably know I'm a former mayor's chief of staff. So, I know how much it is for a chief of staff to do. So, I know how much it is for a mayor to do, right? And so, how are you balancing the work life and family and all of that? Because they still want you to come to the family reunion and they still want you to show up to church, but then you're also being a mayor, so, and you also have to go to school. So how do you balance all of it?
Well, it's pretty easy to balance for me because when I was in high school with 3 other jobs and doing college. And so now taking on the role as mayor and doing college, so I do my mayor duties through the day. And with my college, which is doing that online, which I have an extension, which I have probably 2-3 weeks to get my work into my college professors, and which is great because they give me time to work at my own pace, then get it done. Not just rush at the last minute to get it done. Then at home with my family, when I go home, I'm just an old type of guy, young guy that's just trying to make a difference at home and do different things. And I still be working on them at home too, so it's never a stop working for me because I always believe in helping and doing things to make a difference, not only in the community but at home as well.
I got a question now. So do you still have to do chores?
Yes, I still do all
got to
that.
do chores. He won't live there. Well, unless you're gonna live in the Earle, Arkansas mayoral palace. Y'all got a mayor's house.
We don't actually have a mayor house. I wish we did, but we don't. But I do all my chores. I have actually 2 dogs at home, so I kind of maintain all of it. But it's a lot. But I make it look easy, but it's a lot on my hand. But I just make it look easy, so people that are looking in outside trying to look in, they say, "Well, this guy, how he do this?" And I complain sometimes, but hey, making a difference to just making it better because I believe if you complain, you got to get in those spaces and get to the table and make a difference.
A lot has been said about folks that are Gen Zs. They don't really care. They just, they're all about themselves. They're all about what people can do for them. They're about instant gratification and all those things. And everything you're doing flies in the face of that. Are we reading Gen Zs wrong? Are we not? Are we getting the wrong information? Are you the exception to the rule, or are you the rule?
Well, I'll say probably the rule. With that, I'm not a type of guy, I believe in making a difference and bringing people to the table to invest within the city of Earle. Because I've always said it's not about Jaylen Smith. It's about the citizens of Earle, and also it's about the young people around this country that's wanting to make a difference. And now they see a young 18-year-old guy that made it possible. And so, it's all, again, it's not about me, it's just about making a difference and bringing people to the table to invest in the city, to move in that city in the best direction of success.
You probably don't know this, Mayor, because he's much older. He's about my age, but back in the day, there was a mayor named...
I'm closer to your age. I'm probably 5 years older than you.
There was a Detroit mayor named Kwame Kilpatrick, and Kwame told this story about when he was 6, people used to ask him, "What are you going to be when you grow up?" He said, "I'm going to be the mayor of Detroit City." And he actually became mayor. So at what point did you decide, I'm going to be the mayor of Earle?
Well, when I was in high school, I was in an organization called Student Council. And in that organization, we was very active and involved in the community. And one day, me and my constituents, we was out around having a round table conversation about what we're going to do after we graduated high school. I said, I want to be the mayor of Earle. But at that time, I didn't know when I was going to do it. But I went home, thought about it, and prayed about it. God said, do it now. And so I made the decision, beginning of my 12th grade year, that I was going to be the next mayor of Earle, Arkansas. And I knew it was going to take a lot of hard work. But hard work is nothing for me. Just getting out there, having a mindset and staying focused and driving it. Because when I ran my campaign different. A lot of people didn't think I was going to succeed that campaign, but I begged to differ. When you only something, you have to go out every way to do what you do to what it takes to get in that role. And what I did was I shadowed probably roughly all the mayors of the state of Arkansas. Then called different mayors around the country about ideas about young people and getting in those spaces. Because at the end of the day, if people don't look at it this way, either way it go, the young people got to get in those roles regardless. And so I want to get in that role in the beginning, not only to have the experience, but to make a difference and show other young people. And matter of fact, I just say bridge the gap between this generation. And that's what I wanted to do.
So tell us a little bit about Earle. How many people?
Earle is 1,800 people. We're surrounded by a lot of farmland where they grow crops, cottons and beans, and we're a community of a family.
You have Walmart?
We don't have a Walmart. I wish
Dollar
we did.
General?
We have a Dollar General, a Family Dollar, Dollar Tree.
McDonald's?
I wish we did, but we don't.
Burger King?
Nope. We're a small town, so we don't have all
Right, I'm just trying to understand. So if you're going to the Burger King, where's the closest McDonald's or Burger King to you?
Well, the closest McDonald's and Burger King is like in Marion, so like about 20 minutes from Earle.
About 20 minutes. The closest airport to you?
About 30 minutes. Because our closest airport is in Memphis, Tennessee, which some of us choose. A lot of us go 2 hours to Little Rock, but the closest is 30 minutes in Memphis, Tennessee.
And so most people that work there, what types of jobs are they? Are they more farm and agricultural types of jobs, or is there a plant or factory around?
Well, we don't have a factory, but most of our people, some of them work on the farm, and a lot of them work out of town, like in West Memphis or Memphis, working in FedEx, Bosch, different big factories they're working in. But we have just a few that work within the city. But we want to bring jobs to the city of Earle so people can have jobs within the city, because we have a school within Earle. We have about 430 students, and a lot of parents work out of town, but we want to bring jobs in the community so those parents can work within the community and won't take them so long to get their children, and they can be more.
Is this an elementary school or middle school or high school?
Actually have an elementary school and a high school. Our middle school is annexed in with the high school, so it's just one big high school.
I'll say. And you have a police force?
Yes, sir. We have a police force.
And this, how many officers? 5?
We have 6 officers. Yes, sir.
And are you a strong mayor, or are you considered a mayor council form of government?
Well, mayor with council, I see the day-to-day operations, and the council approve laws, resolutions, and the city council.
So how many people on the council?
We have 8.
8 councils. So it's 8 and then the mayor.
Right.
Are you a member of council, or are you like executive and then you have a legislative branch?
Executive and the legislative.
So they operate independently of you. Wow. So how long did it take you to start learning all that stuff? Some of us, it's taken a lifetime just to understand the interactions of different governments. I mean, it's something you learned in school. It's something you just looked by shadowing.
No, I actually learned all that stuff in school with student government. We was already involved in different types of government, because we use like Robert Rules. We studied a lot of policies and procedures within the state of Arkansas. Right. And so when I was in that organization, I was very successful, because when I got in that organization, it was like something I want to do. I just want to make a difference. And we learned a lot of law policies and with budgets and different things, because when we was in high school, we was an organization that had really much power. We was like the second power under the superintendent. Right. So everything, student activities came through us. Different things teachers want to do with student activities all came through us. And then when I got out of high school, I know I was going to be prepared, because when I was in high school, I had a principal that gave me the blues for 3 years. But at that time, when she gave me the blues, I was just frustrated. But now as time come, I realized that that storm I went through, it basically prepared me for now. So the next storm I go through, I'll be prepared.
So when you go back, you're going to write that principal a letter, right?
Well,
saying, thank you for giving me the blues.
Yes.
Signed, Mayor.
Yes, I am, because
right.
Like I tell people all the time now, I mean, me personally, I'd rather go through the struggle and the storm than just have an easy walk, because those storms we go through, they're not just made up. We're going through those storms to prepare us for a later time down the line. We come to something again, and we'll just walk right on through, because we already know, because we already been through.
And finally, because I know I've been answering all the questions, I'm really interested in the government aspect and help people understand. When do your council meet?
We meet every 3rd Tuesday of each month, but this month we'll be meeting next Tuesday, which is January 24th, due to bank issues, bank statements. But we meet every 3rd Tuesday in each month.
Okay, so you have not chaired your first meeting yet. I
haven't had my first meeting yet.
So next week,
I'll be having my first official council meeting.
Excited?
Excited, very excited to get in there and talk among the council and let them know the plans and the goals we want to move the city forward.
So when you ran,